What's good, family? It's your boy Cooley. We back again, episode 8 of the Moving on Purpose podcast. I'm alongside my co-host.
It's your boy B.Stu. Welcome back, everybody.
Man, we are excited to be back again. 8 episodes, man. 8 of them things.
Flying by.
8 of them, man. It's still fun. Still having as much fun as we did the first time. Cleaned up a lot from the first time. It looks a whole lot different than it did the first time, right?
Yes, sir.
But if it's your first time joining us, this is the podcast where we peel back the layers of marriage, fatherhood, sports, law enforcement, all while sharing a few laughs. And
Absolutely.
at the same time, figuring out and guiding you all on how to move on your purpose. Man, let's jump into this first one.
Hey, man, to me, this is going to be a fun one. Why networking matters.
Why networking matters, man. There's pros and cons of networking, and we're gonna jump into all of it, good, bad, and ugly, with networking, right?
Yes, sir.
So you just said it, man. Why does networking matter?
I mean, I believe networking matters because no matter how hard you work in whatever field that you work in, at your specialty, you have to know the right people to get in certain places. It's not being a kiss ass or anything like that, but you have to be able to network, engage, and talk to different people in different departments. You know, get your name out there, get your face out there, because it only benefits you. You can work as hard as you want to, but if you don't have like an outgoing personality, that can hurt you to a default. Yeah. And it could keep you in the same position for a very long time. So I think networking matters to kind of put you in different positions, get you promotions and different things like that in any type of business form, company, agency, 9 to 5, anything.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. I also look at it as networking matters because you have to have a humble approach to anything that you do, especially professionally, in life. And so when you go into it, you can't have the mindset of, oh, I know everything, I don't need help. I know everything. I don't need to ask this person or that person how they did it or how they got to this position. I'll figure it out. Like, a lot of folks can't get past their pride, which we talked about in the past, enough to swallow their pride. I almost said something. To swallow their pride.
Pause. Pause. I'm going to say it.
They can't get past enough to swallow it. Nah, pause.
Damn, double pause, man. Oh, man. I don't know what kind of podcast this episode turned into, but networking.
You got to swallow your pride.
Man, leave it alone, man.
Exactly,
just move on.
Exactly. So that you can go to somebody that may be further along, whether it be if you're in law enforcement, you're an officer. You go to a senior officer, a supervisor, a lieutenant, a captain, anybody, man, who is where you may aspire to be, or somebody who just you feel like, man, I could see myself doing that because I like the way that person carries themselves.
Right.
And I want to ask them, how did they get from point A to point B? What ways can I avoid those holes in the ground, those roadblocks, and those mistakes? And you'd be surprised how many people will be open to networking and sharing that knowledge with you so that you can get to your destination a little quicker, right?
Yeah. Do you think it's a problem with having a mentor, like in our profession as being police officers? Do you think it's a problem with having a mentor that's in a higher position than you? Do you think that's a problem? Or it's frowned upon?
No, I mean, people gonna always have something to say regardless. If you're doing something right, you're doing something wrong. You said that in the last episode, right? Yeah. So you can't really worry about that. I think because you can have a mentor that's the same position as you.
That's true.
It's really about the person and the way that the person carries themselves. And the only way you're gonna see that is by observing and seeing how that person moves. Yeah. And you feel like they got motion, and you like, man, okay. It could be like they networking with extra jobs. It could be something as simple as that. You first coming out the academy, you don't really know nothing about no extra jobs unless you had prior knowledge and prior connections, which is also networking.
But in, like you said, tap into the different type of networking. I know you mentioned extra jobs, but tap into the different levels of networking when you're trying to accomplish different things, so people kind of have an idea.
Okay. So something as simple as when you get to your station as a young officer, you have an idea if you trained there of where things are.
Right.
Something as simple as where to eat. Something as simple as where to park your car and type your report without having to worry about somebody, putting you
Sneaking
in
up on
a dangerous
you.
situation, right?
Right.
So you can try and figure that out on your own, but why reinvent the wheel when they already have the answers to the test? So you have to swallow your pride. You have to humble yourself to approach those people that have been there before you and be like, hey, y'all mind sharing with me where y'all go eat at over here? I don't really know where anything is. Yeah. How did you get to that call so fast, man? I took this way. Oh no, man. This street goes all the way through the district. If you take that, all the side streets are gonna lead you to it. But you don't know if you don't network and you don't communicate.
You don't ask questions.
And you don't ask questions, right? And to even delve into which is those extra jobs, it's very important in networking. And because if you can't open your mouth and ask, a closed mouth don't get fed.
Well, you gonna be
hey man, where is the extra bread at? I need a couple more slices, right? Yeah. So I'm
my loaf is short.
My loaf is short. I know I'm not starving, but I'm still hungry, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't ask people about that, like you may walk past a billboard and see an extra job there, you might be able to look something up, but nah, man, extra jobs are really pretty much 90% networking, and that's just you. Because again,
I learned that
we talked about your reputation on the street.
Yeah.
If you have a reputation of not doing your job, being lazy, avoiding work, not taking care of your business when you do have a call, I'm not finna be going out my way to put you on to an extra job that I worked for 10 plus years because you're a reflection of me when I introduce you to the person who's coordinated it if I'm not coordinating, right? So the networking is important, but the way you carry yourself and the way you approach that person is important as well, because then it's easy for them to sell you to whoever it is that has those opportunities for you to make extra money or to gain, knowledge or to have other opportunities.
All right. And for the people out there that's not in policing, how can networking be used if you could just explain it to them on just a normal day-to-day type of thing?
Man, I mean, any job you want. Like any job you start, like everybody kind of starts at ground zero, at square one, right? And you don't know what you don't know. So even when I worked at Kroger, everything I did at Kroger while I was in college was a big deal because I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to get in trouble. So I would ask the OG, you my OG, you been here, right? So, hey, OG, how I do this with the bales? How do I bail the boxes or whatever? Man, what's the easier way to, put the produce out since I work in produce, man? And, where y'all eat at? Do they trip about this or trip about that? Like, if you can't open your mouth and ask questions, you just going to make mistakes that you could have avoided, right? And I feel like networking is important because you gain knowledge quicker from the people who paved the way before you because they obviously gain knowledge either through experience or they ask the same questions that you're asking.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, and don't get upset because everybody's not open to sharing, the game with you and giving you the game, right?
Nah.
Just take it for what it is because I've asked people stuff and I've tried to network with folks. I've asked them to go to lunch on several occasions and they keep coming up with excuses or we put it on the calendar and then they did. And I understand we all busy, man, but I'm only going to ask you to link up with me so many times because you're busy, so am I.
Before I catch what you're trying to tell me.
Exactly. So you obviously don't want to link up with me, and that's fine. But I can't say that I didn't try. If I'm going to try maybe once or twice, and then it's going to be up to you to kind of set that up going forward. Yeah. And you'd be surprised how hard it is for, other grown men to network with other grown men. I don't know why that is. Why do you think that is?
It's like a combination, man, of people not wanting to give information because they feel like maybe you're a threat. That could be a possibility. Or just that interaction with men not feeling comfortable enough to share certain things and just give you that information. So I just think it's a combination of that. It could be this or that, but I think it's starting to change depending on who you network with. Yeah. Like for me, for an example, when I met you the first week of the academy, I had just moved out, right before the academy started. I connected with you and asked you a question, not about policing, but about just regular stuff. Like, hey, man, what place can I go eat at? Where can I get a haircut? What place should I avoid and stay away from? Nothing to do with policing. And my classmates looked at me like I was crazy. Like, man, you talking to the Sarge like that? I'm like, yo, I ain't from here. I'm trying to figure out what to stay away from so I can last and make it through the academy, but also just something as simple as where I could go get a lineup at or where I could go get a good meal at. So, you know, a lot of people look at it like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that because he's up here. And I was like, man, I'm just asking a regular question. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but that's what started our, you know, our friendship and the mentorship kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for me, like, networking can go a level of different ways. Like, I network for the simple things for you, but like, let's say if you have an interest or a hobby or something like that, and you don't know where to start, but you know people that kind of do what you're trying to look for. Like for me, motorcycles. I wanted to get into motorcycles. I didn't know where to start. I asked my uncle. He got 5, 6 bikes. I started asking different people, and then now I'm starting to learn. Like, but I didn't. It was nothing wrong with me asking questions, because if you really ask certain people questions, they have no problem with answering. They get excited about it.
Yeah.
You about to do what?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you should get this one there. Slow down, Turbo.
Exactly.
I'm not ready for that one yet, but we
yeah.
can start here.
Yeah.
But for me, networking in all aspects of life is helpful for me because it puts me in position to gain knowledge. And all I'm trying to do is gain knowledge. What I do with that knowledge from there, if I want to expand it or whatever, that's my choice. But I got to get it from somewhere to know where to start.
Yeah, and so I never really understood why people look at people like that. Like, I just, from the CEO to the custodian to the NBA basketball player to the person that's parking your cars outside. We all people at the end of the day. And that's the way I look at life. So, like, when you did approach me, man, I was co-teaching your class, and I'm like, man, if I had just moved to Houston, as big as Houston is, and I'm already trying to find my footing in the academy with everything that's going on, least I could do is have somebody tell me where to eat, right?
Yeah.
And so I always empathize with people, and I put myself in their shoes. And so that's why I've helped a lot of people get on the department, because I'm like, I wish somebody would have gave me this game when I was going through the process, because I was stressing out about it, right? And if they could have broke it down to me to where, oh, man, this ain't that bad. And then even through the academy, I'd be like, hey, man, it might still be this way, it might not, but this is what I dealt with when I was in there. Maybe if you're trying to avoid this and avoid that, put your head down and do that, it might be a little easier for you. Right. And so everybody don't listen. And everybody don't know how to humble themselves to accept the information that you give them when they are calling themselves trying to network. And so you have to be wary of that too, because some people will try and network with you because they see you as a bridge to get to the next level. Does that make sense?
Before you get into that, let's transition into networking the correct way and watching out and looking out what not to network with.
I got you. So we'll talk about the negative here in a second, but the correct way to network, right? I feel like the correct way to network is the way you did it. It's about, you didn't come to me and like dap me up and like drop a bunch of curse words and like make yourself too familiar too soon. Right. You came to me professionally, but you didn't come to me like on some, you trying too hard type stuff. It was just a man coming to another man like, look, bro, I don't know where stuff is. Can you help me out? You know what I mean? And that's, again, you humbling yourself and being comfortable in your own skin and confident in your own skin, no matter what the environment was, to come and just ask for information.
I was really just hungry, to be honest with you. I just want to know.
I
heard Houston was diverse, and where was the food at? So I had to figure it out.
Man, you in the right place. You are in the right place.
I learned.
Yeah.
So,
because it ain't nothing to eat over there at the academy, man. So, but
it's trash.
So, and it did. Like, the majority of our conversations when we first started out was all related to food. Hey, I'm trying to take my wife somewhere, or I want to take my girls to eat. Can you give me another place? I'm like, baby, hold on. Let me send them. I got a couple of places. Boom. And then it went from that to, hey, you got any, what you think about this? Hey, what you think about that? And it's like
genuine conversations.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean?
Genuine.
It's not why not, man. And so what I look for with people when I look to network, because I've humbled myself. I'm still learning.
Right.
So I've gone to and asked people to mentor me. And that's just for me. I'll give you an example. One of my mentors is a pastor. And the way that I came in contact with him was through my boy. He worked the EJ there at a church. Okay. And so he, his schedule changed, and I ended up filling in. And they ended up working it permanently, right, for his church. It was called the Word Church. And I'm just sitting there, I'm talking to everybody as they come in. I'm holding the door, just being myself. Yeah. And then I started like stepping into the actual service and just listening.
I was about to say, you started preaching, man.
No.
I was about to say, damn, man.
Because normally I'm moving around and I'm just making sure. So I stepped in the service and I just started listening. And I appreciated his way of delivering the word.
Okay.
It resonated with me, but I saw him as a public speaker. And so his approach, his just his dialect, his dictation, his voice and his breath control, the way he set certain things up when he said other things, his eye contact with everybody. Like I'm looking at like, yo, I'm trying to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
And so I watched him a couple times, and then I emailed him. And so because I didn't want to bother him he at work, right? So I emailed him. I said, hey man, I'm humbly coming to you, and letting you know that I respect you as a public speaker. I respect you as a pastor, but I respect you more as a public speaker. Right. And I said, I'm always trying to sharpen my tools on my tool belt. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm asking, to come to you and get mentored in that.
Yeah.
Went and met with him formally a couple times. It was very formal. He was filling me out. I was filling him out. He got to know me a little bit more. And then it became more like a big brother relationship. Yeah. And so I go to him now, not just for public speaking advice, but for life advice. He was one of the first persons I showed that book that I told you about last episode and got like, I value his feedback, right? And so I'm not asking him for advice because, man, I want to get where you are. It's like, nah, man, you got your own lane, you running your race. But if I can sharpen my tools just from the information, the crumbs that you giving me,
right,
I'm gonna take it. And we work in two completely different fields, right?
But that doesn't mean
but you can learn from everybody.
Yeah, I'm about to say, see how you navigated. He has his lane and what he does, but you still were able to take some hidden gems from him and put it into your field. Mm-hmm. And now you every graduation, you public speaking, you writing books, man.
I'm still trying to get better, man. But like,
I think that's what makes you great, though, that you're not settled and you're not comfortable. You still have room for growth. And you could admit that, but that's what makes you, the person that you are. So a lot, like you said, a lot of people have to realize that certain people get to a certain level, and that power, it just goes to their head, and they feel like they can't be approached, you can't talk to them, you can't tell them anything. Mm-hmm. But if you stay humble, and you still are willing to seek information or learn from other people, no matter where you learning from, you can still have a good outcome.
And that's like you said, if you get to a point in your life, in your marriage and in your professional position where you like, man, I don't need to hear it from this officer. Like I'm a sergeant. I mean, what this sergeant gonna tell me? I'm a lieutenant. Like you in a bad spot. You might want to check yourself.
They're still closer to the action. You remove a little bit. The higher you go, the further you get removed from certain stuff.
Man, I can learn from anybody. Anybody at any level. I can take something from you that I didn't know because you've experienced life and you see life through a different lens than me. And I can use that and apply it to something that's going to help me grow as a person.
Right.
And I feel like if more people did that, networking wouldn't be that hard. And so for me, the thing that I'll be transparent with you that I struggle with when it comes to networking is I expect myself out of people. And I know that's bad.
Yep.
And so
it gives you a letdown.
It does. That's you expect yourself out of folks, you're gonna be disappointed, right?
Yeah.
But when I say I expect myself out of people, it's if I reach out to you and I try and link up with you to not even mentor type stuff, just to network and collaborate and possibly work on some stuff together. And even if I meet with you and I'm like, hey man, I think that we could work together on this, like I don't want nothing from you.
Yeah.
I could probably help you more than you can help me. Yeah. But I'm still meeting with you because I might see something in you that you don't even see yet.
It might spark something.
And instead of you being open and willing to share what you know and I share what I know and we both help each other grow, I kind of see people sitting there like, what do you want? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I get annoyed with that and I get kind of fatigued by that and it kind of limits the amount of people that I reach out to.
It is draining though.
It is draining, especially as I don't know if it's just is it a cultural thing or what? Man, what do you think that is?
I don't want to give it a title, but I know for me, I learned to not take things personal. No matter who you're dealing with and not be disappointed, I learned just don't take it personal because like you said, you can't expect you and somebody else. Yeah. So if you go in with being genuine and like, hey, I want to network, I don't need anything from you but just some time, and they don't receive it that way, I'm not going to take it personal. I'm going to know for the next time I'm not going to ask again, and I'm going to move and navigate the way I know how to navigate, and that's how I just learned to do stuff. Once you realize don't take stuff personal, because everybody's not going to respond like you or be who you are, then it just becomes a lot easier to network and to navigate away and around the people that you don't need to spend that time with.
I agree with you. And so I'll share this with you. Something that I learned last year about networking is I was like, at the beginning of the year, one of the things I wanted to challenge myself, I'm going to network more. I'm going to grow my kind of umbrella of people in different positions.
Hard to do it.
You know, and then I just, by the end, I was like, God, dog. But what I learned, though, is there's different categories and different tiers of networking, right? So just because I go to lunch with you and we got a lot in common, you seem like a genuine person, and I'm the type of person like, man, I'm going to put you in a position to shine here. I'm going to put you in a position to shine there. But then it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
And then it's like now you may be taking those opportunities and trying to run with them when I'm the one who put you in contact with that.
Yeah.
So I don't take it personal, but I make note of it. And them opportunities might slow down a little bit when all you had to do, brother or sister, is continue to be the same person because I'm the same person.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to put you in those positions, but it needs to be reciprocated. It can't be like you just, because then it comes off like I'm networking with this person. Oh, I didn't got this. I didn't got that. I didn't got that.
Yeah. So when I go into networking or whatever it is, if I help somebody out, my mindset now is if I go in, I don't expect anything.
I don't either.
I don't want anything. I don't expect anything. But I know later on it will be I'll be blessed with certain things later. I'm not looking for.
I'm gonna be blessed by somebody else. Somebody else.
God's gonna put me in place where. So if I impact and help people, and they don't see it for what it is, and they get all in I'm ego and all that, that's fine. I just know, okay, good luck. Wish you well. But I'm not looking for favors and returns right away. It will happen when it happens, and when you don't even realize it, you getting blessed with certain things or different things like that.
A lot of folks have strings attached to their favors and stuff. I don't have any strings attached to mine, but you ain't finna hold me. Let me just say that. So like, I'm sorry, we was on some professional stuff. You're not gonna do that because
this the real Cooley.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna keep like setting you up, setting you up, and then I'm gonna take a step back like, dang man, like I did this for you and that for y'all and this for y'all, and then all y'all keep take, and y'all ain't giving nothing back. I didn't get into it to get nothing back. That's
self-reflection. Yeah, you feel drained and everything, and you like, all right, I ain't got no return, I ain't got no thank yous, no appreciation.
Didn't go into it to get nothing back, but I'm like, damn, y'all taking a lot. Ain't y'all?
I gotta figure out this approach, you know.
Exactly.
But it just comes with networking and learning how to network with the correct and the proper people.
For sure.
And just kind of move around like that.
What's those bad ways that we need to avoid? What's the pitfalls of networking?
What you kind of hit it on, like you said, people that have the strings attached, where it's like if I do something for you, I need 5 things back from you because I'm that valuable. It's like I don't want to network with people like that. I want it to be genuine. I want it to be an organic type of thing. If we get together, I'm not even looking for a favor. If we stumble across something that can help one or another, then that's networking. It wasn't planned. It's not like, hey, I'm coming to meet with you because I want to network. Nah, man, I'm coming to you, meet organically, seeing how you doing, how's the family, this and that. We talk sports, and then we might hop on a subject or it's like, man, I know that person and this person and that person. Let me put you in contact. Like, that's my type of network.
That's my type, too.
When somebody comes to me directly and is like, I need this, like, man,
whenever they call you, look at your phone, like, I bet you they're going to ask me for something. Whenever the phone calls are like, hey, bro, you got this? Like, oh, hey, bro, you think you can do this?
Or when they don't hit you consistently.
But when they do,
like,
they
hey,
want
man,
something.
everything good, man? What's going on, man? Do you know this person that can get
you? See what I'm saying?
You like, man, I already knew you could have just went straight to it. Like, you ain't got sugarcoated with me. Just, what do you need? I'll see if I can help. If I can't, I'm going to let you know.
The older I've gotten, the less available I am to those individuals.
Oh, man, you should see how many missed calls and text messages I got. I mastered it.
So my pitfall that I'll focus on is overvaluing networking without putting in the work.
Okay.
And let me break that down.
Elaborate for the people, man.
So you overvalue you networking and getting to know this person connecting with this person and saying you know this person, doing this for this person, doing that for that person, and attaching those strings, using those strings to position yourself into areas and rooms and positions that you may not be qualified to be in,
Right.
and they're not based off merit and work and time in, because you may get somewhere by networking, but when you get in that space, everybody knows your ass ain't supposed to be there.
Absolutely.
Right?
And you
And
look
everybody
stupid.
knows you ain't put the work in to get there. And what you got to understand is you overvaluing that network, because there's
It can only get you so far.
there's an expiration date on those favors.
Yeah.
Right? So they got a receipt, and on that receipt is the expiration date, because whoever you network with that put you in that position that you didn't put the work in to get there, they're not gonna be there forever. And when they move around, now you assed out.
Yeah.
And now you got an expiration date, you got your receipt, you trying to return. No.
Yeah. And one of my things for networking that I do for myself,
What's that?
I don't go around telling everybody who I know.
That's
I
smart.
want my work ethic to speak for itself.
Yep.
So if it comes up or something happens, oh yeah, I know that person. Why you didn't say nothing?
Why should I?
For what?
For what?
I want to be able to get in that room because I was able to get in that room. I don't want that extra push or whatever. So who I know doesn't determine me getting into that room, because you know my work ethic. And that's just how I like to do it. I like to work hard, and later on, if I get in that room amongst the people, then hey, what's going on, man? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, how you doing, man? Like, then I'm going to, but why you never? That's not my style. I want to work hard, keep my head down. I only want you to know me for my work ethic.
Same.
I don't want the negativity. I don't want you to be like, that officer's terrible, man. That man, have you seen his reports, man?
Yeah.
Like, God, nah. I want you to be like, yo, he comes in,
I'm
he
the
works
same way.
hard, he does what he needs to do, comes in, goes home, never complains, and goes about his day.
Because it can work against you. Because if you the first thing you say is, I know this person, or I got this family on the department, or my family this, my family that. You're assuming that everybody fooled with whoever it is that you're saying you know.
Yeah, but that also can hurt you too by if my family this, you don't know who don't like that family.
That's
member.
what I'm saying.
So it's like
you assuming that everybody fooled with them.
Yeah, and then they're like, I can't stand that officer, man, or somebody got some beef that
Or they assuming
that
you
had
dropping
before you was born.
Are you dropping their name? Okay, so you must be just like them. I don't even fool with them because they be
I'm
doing
not
foul
even
stuff.
give you the benefit of the doubt. I already
So now it works against you, man. So like you said, I'm the same way, just like you. Nah, judge me by me. Judge me by the way I move. Judge me by the work that I put, the work product, the work ethic that I show you. And then I feel like that work is going to allow me to network with people because they see how I work. Like, no, I see how he
But
works.
it's also going to make you somebody that people want to network with because they're going to see you as value.
That makes sense.
It comes down to the end of the day, asset or, liability. Which one are you? I want to be an asset. I don't never want to be a liability to anybody, especially if all I have is my name. Then I want to be able to stand on my name and be an asset to anything, any department, any situation, or anything that have my name around. I want to be an asset.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I think that's a good stopping point.
All right, man. I mean, you the president, man. You the superstar. You let us know, man.
Superstar,
man. Come
man.
on, man.
Supervisor.
I'm the co-host. Hey,
Yeah,
I know
okay.
when
it's two
I'm a
co-hosts.
role player, man, and I am cool with that. So
two.
if you calling it, then that's the show.
It's two co-hosts, right? I can still go into it, man, but I think that's a good stopping point.
So, all right.
Don't overvalue networking, but definitely understand the importance of it. But it doesn't come without the work. It doesn't come without the work, right? You got to bring some value to the networking. You can't just be taking, and not giving it back without, like you said, going into it, attaching strings to it. Expecting something in return.
Balance everything out. Like everything in life, have a balance. Don't overstep yourself, but also don't underperform because you need to have that balance. You got to be able to stand on the table, get in those rooms, and when you say you know somebody of power or something like that, you representing them. So make sure you can step up to the plate and handle your business because that'll be the last favor you get if you make them look bad.
I've learned that too. I'm selective about who I attach my name to because they'll be in there dropping your name and putting dirt on it at the same time by not doing their job.
Got to watch certain people, man.
All right, so that wraps up episode 8, man. We appreciate y'all for listening again. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Tune in next time for episode 9. We only got 2 more episodes before we wrap up season 1.
2 more.
And we start interviewing folks. So we're excited about that. This episode is brought to you by the Houston Prestige Project and your company. If you give it to us and tell us that you're interested in networking
send us
and
some
doing
stuff,
a partnership,
man.
we can do some coupon codes, give some people some money
Anything,
off.
man.
We do commercials. We can do skits. We open to all that, okay? But again, thank you for tuning in. And as we always say, in this life, we all run our race. Make sure you're doing it at your own pace. Put your head down, stay in between the lines of your lane. Keep on grinding. When you lift your head up, we promise you'll be moving on purpose.
Yes, sir.